Hey, we are back, and that is a fact. How's it going, everybody? How is it going? I'm here today to talk about Spyro the Dragon from the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. This year, I've already finished all three games, Spyro the Dragon, Spyro Ripto's Rage, and Spyro Year of the Dragon. I love all of those games. I'm going to be coming out with reviews for each of them over the next couple weeks/months, depending. But right now, we're going to talk about Spyro the Dragon, the one that started it all. Oh, man. I was telling my wife that the Reignited Trilogy is probably one of my favorite remasters of a game. Remakes, remaster, either one. God, I love that. I love this game so much. I have the history of this game to me is, when I was 6 years old, I got my first PlayStation 1. And I got two games on it. Two games on my PlayStation 1. The original Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. Now, I was more of a Spyro guy. Crash Bandicoot's very, very hard, especially the first one. Like, the fact that that's a child's game is kind of ridiculous. Like, the platforming on that game is crazy. But Spyro, on the other hand, was definitely difficult for a kid at that time. Hell, there's some parts that I still find difficult today, and I'm a 32-year-old man. But Spyro, to me, was just so... I mean, like dragons are cool, you know. I was definitely in my dinosaur phase when I was a little kid, and dragons are kind of like, you know, dinosaur-esque. And I love this game so much. Like, the colors and just, like, the rescuing of dragons and the silly things the dragons say when you rescue them. It's very nostalgic. Very, very nostalgic. And, man, this game is just... There's so many little things about this game that I find very endearing. I don't know if that's the right word for it. One part is you go to this world and the orcs run away from you, but if you chase them down, they start to moon you. Oh man, just and some of the things that the dragons say, like the first few dragons just kind of tell you how to play the game, and it's like the tutorial is like just baked into the game. You'll like rescue a dragon, and they'll be like, use the analog sticks to rotate the camera, or you know, something like that, or oh, you can't beat this guy with fire, you're gonna have to charge him, or you know, something like that. But then they start to like get kind of silly, you know. Like I have this story about this one dragon who is like, if you just stay here and wait until you get big, you can beat the game. You know, better or whatever. You can beat it more efficiently. And I took that as a little kid as like, if I just leave my PlayStation on and let Spyro sit there, he'll eventually grow and get big. Of course, that isn't the case, but man, this game, I love this game. And the remaster, the Reignited Trilogy, just captures those feelings I had as a kid like so well. They enhanced the colors, graphics. They gave in the first one, especially Spyro Year of the Dragon, they give more character to the dragons.
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble.
You have the artisans, which like these dragons are like painters and, you know, artists of like some kind. Then you got like the peacemakers. No. It's the peacekeepers. The peacekeepers. You go to the peacekeepers, which are like the muscle of the dragons. I assume like they're the fighters and the warriors and stuff. Then you go to the Beastkeepers is the fourth one. I'm forgetting what the third one is. So it's artisans, peacekeepers, something, peacemakers, and then dreamweavers. And I'm drawing a blank on what the third one is, but we'll get back to it. But
watch the dragonfly,
the Beastkeepers are kind of like the Peacemakers are kind of like the Peacekeepers. There's really big and more farmers and stuff. The Dreamweavers are like kind of like psychedelic, you know, like hippie dragons or something like that, you know. This game is so good, and like they add a lot more character to them, you know. Whereas like the artisans in the first game, they kind of look like just regular old dragons, you know. But like in this one, they'll give them like a paintbrush and like you know, a camera or you know, something like that. And this game is just so good. This game is so good. That being said, though, I do have some. I did find the bosses in the first game to be very, very lackluster. The bosses, there's literally a boss world you go to, and then it'll be very like I think like the first boss is like this pumpkin guy. You literally just have to flame him 3 times, and it's revealed that he's just a sheep, and like Grim Reaper's clothing and like sheep are just how like.
After you've freed all the dragons, pass
so it's
through
like
this
very
fancy
much a minor
vortex.
enemy. The bosses are just really
thingamajigger.
underwhelming.
It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me
the minor
tell
enemies
you
are
a
kind of
story.
underwhelming in a
No
sense,
thanks.
too. It
See
definitely
ya.
gets cooler when they add like, these minor enemies can grow, and then all of a sudden, instead of flaming the minor enemies, you have to charge them now. That's okay, but. The enemies isn't really like the fighting isn't really like what's cool about this game. What's really cool about this game is just like the world and the atmosphere and the rescuing of dragons and the collecting of gems and stuff. And that being said, I definitely feel like this game is like the first stepping stone of what became the Spyro series. And I do love this game, but I feel like the sequels are much better. Like very much so. I'm trying to remember that third world. But yeah, I'm petting my cat now while I talk about this. So I know it's gonna be like, oh god, that's so obvious, but I digress. I really love this. The main character too isn't very like. Spyro the Dragon's just a sassy dragon. There's not much of a backstory to him or anything like that. He's just kind of like I'm the main dragon who's gonna save everybody. That's like his whole thing. He's small, and I don't think it's ever addressed. It's like he's just a young dragon or something. I never played the PS2. Well, I played one PS2 Spyro the Dragon. It was okay. I liked it. But. This one, there's definitely not a lot to characters, a lot of boss fights and minor enemies. Really, it's just
Spyro, my friend. How about a hint on gliding?
Real big.
You bet.
Thing.
For the longest glide, press the jump button at the top of your jump, and try pressing the action button to drop down mid-flight.
That being said, after looking back at everything, I think the best I could give this game is like a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. I definitely will have better scores for Spyro 2 and Spyro 3, but I think 6 out of 10 is a really good number for this. It's above average. I'm trying to be as objective as possible when I do these reviews, and I think that's fine. Spyro the Dragon. What's going to be coming next, like I said at the beginning of this video, is we're going to cover Spyro 2 and Spyro 3. The games I'm currently playing right now is, right now I'm playing a lot of WWE 2K24. I was going to buy the new one, 2K25, but I don't feel like paying full price for a wrestling game, but, we'll see. I'm also playing, I got a Switch, so I'm playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, and be looking for those videos in the near future. Also, I have Marvel Rivals and, Marvel Rivals, and there's another game I have in the back pocket. But yeah, my cat's being really crazy right now. But yeah, that's about it. This is your boy Vay, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.